Hello, welcome to my channel or welcome back. My name is Alyssa and today I have an update for my Expand Those Pans project pan created by Dora, who is Fuchsia Soul here on YouTube. Expand Those Pans is just where you are taking eyeshadows that you've already hit pan in and then you're using them more times just to, expand the pan. So we're not just going to, hit a pan and put it away and never use that eyeshadow again. So I have been trying to work through eyeshadows in my collection that I'm trying to use for like other projects that had a pan, and I've basically already, I think, done it for everything as far as I can tell. Maybe I've missed something. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and use the ones that I've hit pan on that, even if I've already used them more than the 10 times that I was trying to do. And I think I might set a 5-use goal for these and just bring in, 4 or 5 at a time, depending on what I get, and just kind of, do it like that and just move through them quickly. Because like I said, I'm trying to use all of my eyeshadows and I don't want to just hyper focus on some. So let me first update you on the eyeshadows that I was already working on. I do have one that's hanging around still, but since most of them were done and they've kind of been done for a bit, I want to talk about them before I forget about them. And then I do want to bring in new ones. So the first eyeshadow I'm going to talk about is from my C'est La Vie palette, and this one had rolled in from the previous time, so it was good to finally finish it off. And so this was the shade Bored, and that pan has definitely, I hadn't looked at it for a while and it is much bigger than I remembered, so that's great. And I didn't really have a hard time using it. I really do like the shimmers in this palette. I had another shade from this palette I was working on as well that rolled in. It was Peaceful, and that one, I just had 5 more uses to finish off my 10 goal that I have for the year. And so I did that. And again, still a delightful eyeshadow to use, and also a much bigger pan. Then I had 2 eyeshadows from my Vivid Pigments palette. The first one that rolled in was my pink one, and that one, so both of these had already had 10 uses, so this is just, getting more uses in on them. The pink one, I still need to do 2 more uses, so I'm not going to show you a picture of it right now. I'm just going to update you with on that next time. And then the purple, I did actually get all 10 uses. I actually finished it today, although my eyeshadow is kind of fading a bit here, but I used it underneath, although it kind of looks more pinky, so it's a purple pink type of eyeshadow. And then the final eyeshadow that I was working on was just a beige eyeshadow from my Matriarch palette from Prada's Beauty. And again, to use it 10 times since I had already done the 10 before that. And you can see again, a very big pan. I'm hoping I can try to finish this eyeshadow off in the near future. I just don't know how long it'll take me because I don't always use an eyeshadow to like set my base or anything. Like most of the time I don't. It's more if I'm just working on one. And yeah, so I could probably try to work on it because I was away for a while. This is actually the first video I have filmed in over a month. So if I'm a little rusty, sorry about that. But yeah, I kind of forgot about this eyeshadow while I was gone. Like, oh yeah, I was kind of setting my base with that. So I could go back to doing that again or not. While I was away, I was actually sometimes blending out with just a setting powder that I had. All right, so like I said, it is time to roll in new eyeshadows. So since I have one that I'm still working on, which hopefully I will remember to update on since I have to I have my book here. Oops. I have my book here, and this is, I've been working on Expand Those Pans for a while. There's other pages to it, and I'm at the very bottom, so I have to start a new page, and I'm like, ooh, am I gonna remember that one? We'll see. I'm gonna have to double check because I don't know which one that is. Sickly Sweet number 25. Again, I'm gonna have to look, but some sort of pastel. Oh, back to my C'est La Vie palette, Optimistic. Again, not sure what it is. It's just got all sorts of mysteries. All right, and one more. Just so I have a 5 that I'm working on. Geese laying. Okay. I feel like I've had that in here, but I'm okay because that's a really old eyeshadow now for me, so we want to get more uses in. But that is a yellow. All right, let me go get those eyeshadows and swatch them out. Okay, so I am doing a slight change from what I rolled in. The Vivid Pigment shade that I didn't know what it was, I was trying to think. It is not what I hit super recently. It is the orange from my pan the Rainbow in Order. And so I hit this earlier in the year because red, then orange. And it's not so much that, it's more that I am working on this orange right now. And if you can't tell, it is very similar to that. And I would just, I don't know, I'm feeling a little burnt out on orange anyway with this. And then to do that, and that one took a bit, I need to have a break. So I was looking at my palette that I have here and trying to see like, well, is there another shadow that I have pan on that I would like to work on? And at first I was gonna do the one, I have another beige, but then I remembered I have this tiny red that was the red that I hit pan on. It's such a tiny pan, and I felt like that would be really good to hit pan on, or sorry, to expand the pan just because it is so tiny every time I look at it. So, you know, and it's still a challenge, all right? So I have the red, my swatch is very crooked. I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch. This was the pink that I have been working on that I still have a couple more uses on. And then next was the Sickly Sweet, which is a shiny green. So that is, you know, lovely. And Optimistic was the middle purple shade, which I am definitely happy with as well. I always love a good sparkly purple. And then, like I said, Geese Laying is a yellow, and it still works really well. So I have a very bright, colorful story here, which that's definitely what I love. And I maybe can't use all of these in a look together, but I could certainly pair up different things. Like I could see, you know, like using, if I didn't use the red, that could be something I could do and add in something else. Or I could maybe do like, you know, just here and there, kind of pick from it. So yeah, these are the colors that I will be working on. And like I said, this one has just a couple more uses, but the other ones I'm going to work on 5 more uses just to get that expansion. And then, like I said, I'm just gonna try to roll through these. At some point, I feel like I'm gonna run out of pans on my little wheel there, but at the same time, I have still been hitting new pans, so there's more to roll in. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed seeing this update, and I wanna thank you for watching. Until my next video, I hope you'll be doing well, and I'll see you then. Bye. I got my outro right on the first try. And I haven't filmed in a while. That felt really good. All right, I have to go make dinner.